Welcome back. OK, let's get my next guest out. She's one of my favourite comedy writers and performers. It is the wonderful Ruth Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Like the sexy boots as well. Mm. They look like your tights were just going down and became boots. They're kind of black boot tights.
Yeah. You like the effect?
Yeah, I like the effect very much indeed. You look gorgeous, Ruth.
Thank you very much.
You look like you're getting younger every time I see you. I can't believe it. What's happening?
Well, I've been spanked, I think.
Ah, you're wearing your Spanx.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on in here.
Okay.
Yeah, you get to a certain age, you know, and you just need that help. Can I put my feet up?
You can do. Relax, do that, show off those boots. Hey, so, but Spanx are weird because Spanx, even the big pair, they look like that, don't they?
Yeah.
They're only about that big.
No, you can't have a good night when you've got Spanx on. Unless you're off your head, I should imagine. But, it's got to be one or the other.
Do you always remove them properly, or have you ever had someone cut you out of them?
No, I always clear up after me. I always remove everything.
I had a Spanx T-shirt given to me.
Did you?
Yeah, and it hurts my shoulder so badly just trying to get into it that I had to give up. I mean, they're dangerous items.
Yeah. Would you ever use stuff like that, then,
yes,
to help
I
you?
do stuff like that.
Really?
I obviously don't at the moment, but yes, I would. Hey, you know, talking to Matt Smith, and of course we were talking to him about the Doctor, and that's a role which he's always going to be associated with. Yeah. Just as you are always going to be associated with Gavin and Stacey, of course, because enormous success for you and for James, and just a great series. What a great memory for everyone who loved it and watched it. And that must still follow you around. You must still get a lot of comments, a lot of kind of feedback from that.
Yeah. I did get it quite weirdly at a funeral, and it was after the funeral, outside the crematorium. And I was quite sad, very sad, and somebody came up to me and they went, what's occurring? I'm at a funeral? You know, but I think people just don't, it's a sort of it's a way of being affectionate, I guess.
But I suppose also there's a lot of love for it, so that's what it is. They want to show you that affection.
Yeah.
Now, there's an American version happening.
Yes.
Is that right? So what will they do? What's their version of Wales? Where have they set it?
Well, it's very exciting because James and I are executive producers on it, so we get to see the script. And basically, Gavin and Smithy, I don't know if they're going to change the names, are living in New York City, and Nessa and Stacey live in Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. What they've done is they've been quite true to the original, and that there are actually lines of dialogue still in there, which is lovely, but they've taken it much further beyond that, and they've really made it their own, and it's brilliant. And they're filming it next week.
Wow, are you going out for that?
No, but if it goes to a series, I'd love to go out there. I'd love to be in it.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Stella, because Stella is your big hit since then. And now, I mean, I would have thought it takes some courage to come straight out of something as successful as that. So I'm going to write something else, I'm going to write it on my own, do it. Is it based on real experiences for you, or is it based on characters you actually know, people you know?
There's a new character in Series 2 called Auntie Brenda, who I guess is a little bit inspired by my grandmother, because she was very much Welsh and tell it as it is, and she'll say lines like, manic depressives I can handle, anorexics won't give them the time of day. But there are characters in there, like Paula and Di, who have this really quite mad sex life, and people go, oh, did you base it on yours? And I think that's for me to know and you to find out. But we've got a bit of sci-fi in there, because Paula and Di, who like to explore the more creative side of their sex life. One of their fantasies that they like to act out is when Di plays an alien, and he comes and he numbs Paula with his probe. And, it's from one of those sort of 1950s sci-fi films. They reenact that.
Like an alien abduction kind of thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we've got a bit of sci-fi going on.
And where's that come from?
I have no idea. I have a very dark, dank, weird mind in there. Yeah. And I like to just pull things out,
OK, have a look at this. This is, if you haven't seen Stella, I think you will very much enjoy it. This is a very funny clip. Okay. I love it because she is such a positive character, and she's...
Yeah, I mean, she's a single mum in her early 40s. She's got 3 kids. One of them's in prison at the start of the series. She's got, the 3 kids by 2 different dads. And it is about day-to-day, but she's got very weird and interesting friends and family. And essentially, Stella is a love story, and it spans the whole 2 series. And I love a good, epic love story. Yeah. And that's what it is, really, with comedy in it.
So what are you doing after this, though? You're doing more Stella, I guess.
Yes.
And are you... Because you do a lot of acting outside of your own material. I mean, I saw you in there was the BBC show about Hattie Jakes that you acted in. I thought was brilliant. Do you like being on stage? Do you like doing that kind of acting as well?
Stage terrifies me, really. I would like to do it, but it just... Forgetting the lines, I just think, you know, at least with TV, you can go for another take.
Do it again, yeah.
But, no, Stella, because we're writing another series of Stella, so we're going to be doing that for the foreseeable future. And we have a production company, my husband and I, so we're getting that up and running with other people writing stuff that's nothing to do with me.
Let me ask you about, you know, we're talking about writing the sex scenes. Is that you've been with your husband for a long time.
Yeah.
And you said you find there's a lot of humour in sex. Do you bring stuff from your bedroom in it? Does he mind if you write stuff? Are there things, you know, because it does become very different. If you've been with someone for a long while, that side of your life is very different to the way it was in the beginning of the relationship. When you can be serious and keep, like, a sex face on, for example. What's
this? You show me your sex face. Is that what you do?
It's one of a few sex faces I have, yeah.
Isn't it more... I don't know, shouldn't you pout a bit more? It's very serious, isn't it, the early days of a sex face?
Because you feel it should be, because you go... Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to do that.
I love the... You sound like, I don't know, a very friendly dog.
I notice you're not sharing any of yours with me.
I'm not sharing anything.
Well, let's have one bit of your sex face.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on. That's not it. That's not it.
I'll show you my sex face later, Jonathan.
OK, I'll tell you on that. Lovely to have you. If you haven't seen Stella, it's out on DVD. It's great fun. Of course it is. It's got Ruth Jones in it. Ladies and gentlemen, Ruth Jones. Thank you, Ruth.